Hey everybody, welcome to a Realty Gaming. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make an intro in After Effects. You're going to need two plugins. They're called Echospace and Lux. Now you just need the trap code. Sweet, but that's just it. So first, we're going to make a text. The text is really easy. All you got to do is to make a composition called text. Create a new text and call it whatever you want. I'm gonna put like tutorial. Actually, I'll put tutorial. You can put whatever font you want, but I want to choose. Oh, also you need Textify for this also. So I'm gonna choose American Captain because it's my favorite. So once you do this, pre-compose this. Make or go to layer style stroke. Make it bigger. And make the color like a grayish, something like this. That looks pretty cool. And then we can add an inner shadow in layer styles. The distance, we can make this around 15-ish. Size, nothing. And we can just change the angle to whatever you want. I'm gonna choose around I'll just do this. I think this looks pretty nice. I'll make it 10. You know, yeah. I think this is pretty good. We can make the opacity 50%. 100%. We can make this back to 15. Nope, 15. There we go. That looks pretty good. We can now pre-compose this. Add Echospace. Am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. I was recording. Add Echospace. Setup. Make 20 instances. Repeat. Want to repeat, you want to make those Y offset like 3-ish, maybe, and then scale 1, -1. Once you do this, you want to pre-compose all of these. Add a warp. You can do whatever warp style you want. You can do, so this looks pretty good, but what you can do is you can add an arc. This doesn't look that good, but we can also add this thing called shallower. I think it looks pretty nice. We can just do like -5. We can add like, we don't have to add much shell over it. We can just do this. I think it's pretty good. Wait, actually let's do -10, maybe that works. -15. That looks pretty nice actually. I actually kind of like that. So we can pre-compose this. Layer styles. And here's when you want to add your color of your intro. So make the stroke color the color of your intro. I'm gonna make the color of the intro like a bluish maybe. I think that looks pretty cool. Now we can add a main composition and insert the text. Oh, by the way, we also have to go back inside the text and add a drop shadow. Make this 90. And make the size something like this. Make the distance like 100. I think that's pretty cool. Now what we can do, we can try to add the sync. Now hold on, I want to go pause so I can get my document up. I'll put it in the description. There we go. That took longer than expected, but we did it. We can now add sync. Actually no, before we add sync, let's add the background. Oh no, we're gonna make a BG. We can make the background like a bluish maybe, like the intro. I want this to be like a bright intro, and like not like a dark intro like my other ones. That looks pretty cool. We can now add a composition called squares. And basically what we can do now is press Q until you find the square tool like this, and just make it like this. Make it into the middle by using the outline tool. Press Alt. Make sure there's an outline and there's no fill. You can rotate this 45 degrees. Make the anchor point using this tool in the middle by pressing Control and just make it in the middle like that. use the align tool, center this. We can make it more thick, like this, like 100 centimeters. That's pretty cool. We can now we can put it 1 second and just make it bigger until like you can't see it at all. Like that. Maybe like right here, maybe. I think that's pretty cool. You can now add an echo. Not Echospace, we want to add echo. Time maybe like 1. Now duplicate this, put this inside the middle of between 0 and 1. There we go. Now we can make the number of echoes 10 for both of them. Make one of them, I'll make the second one have a fill effect of a bluish color. Like that. We can add Venetian lines like that. Make transition complete to 50%. The width around here. And make the direction to 90. We can make the width a bit bigger maybe. I think that's pretty cool. Now we can copy this onto this one and make the transition complete a bit like 25 maybe, and the width a bit more like 120. And that looks pretty cool. We can now pre-compose this, and we can now add this to our BG squares. Now you may see like this one square here is like, you can barely notice it, but if you add a drop shadow, make the distance 15, opacity 35, and the size nothing, and it just increase this a bit. You can now actually see it. And we can, and you still see, you can still see that we can barely see it, but we can also just add a hue and saturation. Make this like 25. There we go. That looks pretty cool. We can now add splines by going and making a layer called splines. Now we're gonna add the song to our main composition. Okay, we want to make our main composition like 20 seconds or something. Oh, bro. I just messed it up, dude. Or whatever. Who cares? You want to edit your audio. So you can just go ahead and edit your audio. You can do whatever tutorial, or you can just use another program, but I want to use After Effects for this. There we go. So our intro is gonna be around 14 seconds and 42. So we can make make a spline like this, and the actual intro is gonna be from 4 to 8. So around like 5 seconds of actual intro. So we can just make. We can get the pen tool and just draw like circles. These splines are kind of messy, but I'll try to fix them maybe. There we go. You can make this a bit smaller, maybe something like 70. I think that's good. We can add a trim path. Keyframe both of these. Go to around 5 seconds. Make them both 100%. And move these a bit forward. And you'll see we got a spline that looks pretty cool. Now duplicate this. Move this a bit forward. And rotate this like whatever you want. I'm gonna rotate it like 85 maybe. It looks pretty cool. Gonna add this to our BG. Make it add like the front layer, like this. Add a drop shadow. Make this like, I don't know, like 35 opacity, not like 35 also. Make the size nothing. And there we go. We can now move this to around 4 seconds. Like right around here. And then we can now add a shape that I normally is my interest. Basically, what you can do is add a star into like the middle of your animation. Make the fill like add a fill and remove the stroke. Make the fill the color, like a brighter version of the color of your intro. I'll do this. It looks pretty cool. Make the 0.6. The more points you add, the more weird it's gonna be. Yeah, but we're gonna add 3 points, or 6 points actually. Yeah, my bad. And we want to make the anchor points to the middle of our shape. And now we can just rotate it throughout the whole entire thing. We can rotate it like 360. Oh Jesus Christ, what is this? Oh. We can now move this into the middle, or not in the middle. We can just put this below the square. Add a drop shadow. Let's make the size nothing. And we can now go to content. Where the heck is content? Contents, polystar 1, polystar path. Make the outer radius like 5,000. The inner radius, nothing. And the outer roundness, something like this. We can now add Venetian blinds. Make this around like 50%. Make the width higher, whatever you want. Yeah, make the direction this. Now add particles by making a new solid. We're adding CC bubbles. We can now make this none. Bubble amount 50. Hue and saturation. Make this higher. And move it. Make it like the lowest layer, like on top of this one. We can now copy a drop shadow from one of them and just paste it onto this one. That looks pretty nice. Over here, it's looking pretty good. We can now keyframe the audio. So every beat you want to add, or you want to press the start button, and you'll like add like it will add a marker where you can like use for sync. It's like a start button on a keyboard. Here. There you go. Got all the markers. You can see the intro looks pretty cool right now. It's been 15 minutes already. It's kind of laggy for now. Well, you can see that the intro is looking pretty nice. We can now add a new adjustment layer. Call this, or no, you don't have to call anything. I mean, add looks to it. This is optional, but it's like a must-have. It makes your intro look so much better. It's loading. All right, what do you want to add? I want to add a pop. You can make it around like 30%. Add a lens vignette. Add a lens distortion. Make this negative 25. Add edge softness. You want to add, where is it? Not duotone. I want to add, where is it? Hold on. Oh, renoiser. There we go. The grain amount 75%. Can make sharpen a bit higher, 25%. S curve. Make this curve around here, ish, like that. And we can add. Hold on, I'm trying to find this. Diffusion. That looks pretty cool. We can make the color around here. We can make the color like, I don't know, like a bluish, like this. And our intro looks way different, way more different. Just gonna add a fillet maybe? That, I don't need that actually. You can just add whatever. I'm gonna add a clear maybe. Okay, no, that's just way too dark. That's way too dark. We can remove this. There we go. That looks so clean, dude. We can now add the sync, so we can add an adjustment layer. We can name this sync. We can add transform. And we can make a new null object. Name it null 3. Add slider control. Okay. What I want to do with a transform, I'll click on position and rotation only, not scale, just position and rotation. Go to this document that I have, copy the rotation, we can paste this and we can make this 2 and make this 21. Now we can copy the position, make this 30, but make this 9. Keyframe slider, go forward 1 frame, make this 1. Just press K and keep on pressing K and pasting. There you go, that's pretty good. So we're done with the sync for now. We're already done with the sync? No, we're not. We're not done with the sync. We gotta do this. There you go. It's kind of laggy because, you know, we got deluxe and everything. I'm also recording, which makes it more laggy. Now that we're done with that, we can add. We can go to transform. Go to this first one. Keyframe scale. Go for 3 frames. Make this 120. 130. Just press K and just paste. We can ease this. So we can select all of this. Move this here. Move this here. And then we can just hold shift whenever we're doing this, what I'm gonna do. And just make this more of an ease. Like that. Like that. Like that. Okay, that's pretty good. For some of them, I messed it up. Jesus Christ. Let me just double check. This is pretty good. There we go. Did I ease this right? Oh, dude, Christ, I did not ease this right. You wanted to make it an ease and not an out ease. I want to ease in. Like that. I just want this to have the same thing. There we go, that's way better. So laggy, Jesus Christ. It's not as laggy as my old computer though. This one's pretty awesome. Now what we can do next, we can add a glow. Come to here, make the radius something like this, like 120. And you want to keyframe it. There, you want to keyframe the intensity. So go forward. Just 1 frame. Make this first one 0. And now we can just press K and just do this. Pretty awesome. We can move this back once. maybe we want to be maybe we want the transform to be bigger. Maybe. Try to duplicate this in another layer. So we can duplicate this. Add another different layer. And transform to it. And then from right, it should double the output. Keyframe scale. It's a pretty strong sync, but I think I'm fine with it. Oh god, what I just do is it's lagging. There we go. Now add like a permanent glow. So we can add a glow. Make it like 0.2. Make the radius like pretty high. And then we can add shine. Jesus Christ. Colorize a bluish color. And they want this to also be a bluish color. Gray length 2. It's so laggy, dude. But it's worth it because it looks so good. Let's try to timer map this. Enable timer mapping. Now, on each beat, you want to add a keyframe. There you go. Now, easy ease these. Edit value graph. Oh my god, dude, it's so tiny. Okay, we know that it works, but it's lagging. But who cares? It's an intro, and of course it'll lag. Everything will lag. Okay, we want this blind to not be in the BG layer. We want this in the main layer. Let's add some text animation. So when it starts, you want to go back here, back into the first composition. Move this to where it starts, of course. Go to Textify. Textify it, and then you want to add a scale. Make these both 0. Now this already looks pretty good. We could make it better by adding a bounce. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's fine. We can make it like 3.5, something like that. See that the text now pops up, which is pretty cool. 33 minutes, that's not bad. Let's add the looks layer. Where's the looks layer? Let's make this at the top. Not everything's affected by it. And near the end, right here, at the end, we want to go back into the first composition. Move this end to where it happened. Go to out. Add an out scale. Makes 0, 0. pause the video for now. I'll get back to it when it's like done loading. Okay, we're back, and here's what we got so far. Still loading. There we go. We can add burst, maybe. I'm not sure if we should, but I guess I will. Make a burst. We can add the song right here. Oh, Jesus Christ, what I do? I don't want that here. I gotta put this right here. There we go. Way better. Okay, now we can add the burst, but first we gotta add burst 1. And we want to have a portion of grid. Click the middle, and then click the part where, or just click like 2 blocks ahead, like this. We want it to only be a stroke. Now we can add a repeater. Just 5. Position. Rotation 360 divided by 5. And then we can just add a trim path. Make these both 0. Over here, we want to make these both 100. Want this to be a speed graph. I think that's pretty good. We can now hold up. Shape 1, stroke 1, stroke width. Over here we want the stroke width to go smaller around here. Make that up. We can make that 0. Now duplicate this, rotate it. I want this to be like a bluish color. First, we're gonna add a burst here. Rotate this a bit here. We can rotate this a bit more. Keep on rotating it. can add this to our main composition, right on top of the BG. Like around here, we can remove this, of course. Alright. There we go. Now we can add a CC light wipe. Actually, let's just pre-compose everything except the song layer, of course. Add a CC light wipe. Completion 100. Intensity 0. And reverse transition on. Now that since it's keyframed, press K once so I can go over here. Make this 0. Ease it, and make it a very strong out ease. There we go. Now over here we can add another CC light whip. Make this intensity 0, but with without reverse transition. We can keyframe this, go over here, and make this 100. Easy ease. Now inside this layer we can add a new solid. Make this black. CC jaws. Make this 70. And make the height 0. And this looks pretty okay. Now, want to save your project? I'll put it here. I'll name it like tutorial.aep. Save. You want to open up Adobe Media Encoder, which you probably already have. You want to open it. It might take a bit to open, but yeah. Okay, so you want to add your intro as. Okay, so you want to add your intro. So it's where is this? Tutorial. And then for the composition, it's gonna take a while to load. For the composition, oh my god, dude, it's taking so long to load. Okay, I'm gonna put main under composition. Put that in. And then you wanna start the encoding. Now, I'll pause the video for now. I'll see you until it's done, so yeah. Alright, so we are done with rendering. So I'm gonna show you the result, what it looks like. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, bye guys, and see you next time.